Hey guys, this is MenoDS. I'd like to go ahead and show you guys the new updated 2017 Gadgets guide. It's something that I came up with while I was playing. Pretty sure there are other guides out there. I'd like to go ahead and show you guys mine. As you guys can see, I only have 143 skill points, but somehow I decided to top the charts. I'll walk you through what we need to fill out in tactics. I can leave you guys with a moment of silence, or I can read you guys what it is that you need to fill out, but I'll explain to you later what each of these do. So just make sure that you guys have these filled out. I know a lot of people are skeptic, why these, why not? I'll explain everything to you guys later so that way you guys can understand, see what it is that I'm doing. In devices, you're obviously not putting a lot, but you actually only need two things in devices. Okay, one of them being distract, as you guys are seeing coming up soon, and then EMP pulse. These are the two things that you need to have in devices. You can go ahead and just fill out anything else that you guys need. Iconic powers, obviously you want to have the two set up just mainly for DPS. Now in tactics, what you guys actually need is fear gas, grenade. You also want cryofoam, battle display, stealth. These are things that you will basically have in your loadout. I'll go ahead and show you guys why later. We'll go ahead and move on over to devices right now. Now, in tactics, what you guys are going to be using in your loadouts are going to be distract and EMP pulse. If you guys notice, I'm showing you guys intimidation, holographic, decoy. You can fill out either or because it's just a filler. That's distract, and EMP pulse is at the very bottom. These are things, like I said, you guys will be utilizing in your rotation non-stop. I want to go ahead and explain to you guys where I'm putting my skill points because a lot of people ask. Make sure that you get your speed or flight or supersonic, whatever it is, movement ability that you guys use. Don't forget to put that in. In brawling, the main things that you guys really want to do is to get your critical attack damage and critical attack chance. Okay, I know a lot of people don't have a lot of skill points. 90 is fine. You guys want to fill out the 4 down the middle row and make sure that you get critical attack damage or the critical attack chance in every single one of your weapon trees. If you guys have more points, then I would suggest to go into tier 2, and that's when you guys would put your points into might. Now again, this is a might based power, so make sure that you guys have all your points into might as much as possible. As you guys can see in bow, I go down the 4 in the center and I get critical attack damage. I don't put anything in the second row because there's no might there whatsoever. You guys will notice, again, the same exact thing in dual pistol. Critical attack chance, critical attack damage is huge, so it's something that you guys need to have. If you guys have a lot of skill points, you can put your skill points into might. Some people like to put it in mastery. As you guys can see, I have some in mastery that I need to change out. But it basically increases your critical strike damage, which is great for you, and it gives you a little bit of resistance to control effects. You don't really need to put a lot into power. It's best for you guys if you guys would put it into health more than anything else. Hand blasters, again, 4 down the middle, critical attack chance. Martial arts would be 4 down the middle, critical attack damage. I decided to go all the way down. I have might. I put some into might and health. And then if you notice, you don't really need for power and vitalization, but I got the main might and precision points at the bottom. Now for one-handed, again, 4 down the middle, critical attack damage. Rifles, 4 down the middle, critical attack chance. Shield, right down the middle, I have critical attack damage and might. In staff, I have 4 down the middle, critical attack chance, and in the two-handed, 4 down the middle, critical attack chance. I have points into might. I want to go down to the bottom, but I don't have enough points yet, but I put some points into health, and eventually I will move down so that I can get might and precision. Now I'm going to go ahead and move on to the loadouts. I'll show you the stealth loadout to begin with. You only really need 4 things in your stealth loadout, as you guys see. You need to make sure that you have battle readiness or battle display. You also need bunker buster. You need grenade, and you need your EMP pulse. Besides that, you really don't need anything else in your stealth loadout. I'm going to go ahead and show you my damage loadout, so that way you guys keep that in mind. I have Gauss Grenade, and then I have Fear Gas, Cryo Foam, Distract, Stealth, and I have EMP Pulse. This is my loadout when it comes down to bosses. There's a reason why I do it this way. If you guys can see EMP Pulse, the power is magnified by electrified enemies. So you want to make sure that your enemy's electrified so that your EMP Pulse does the most amount of damage. Okay. Again, it's imperative that you guys have to understand these abilities and not just put them up there because I'm telling you guys to put them up there. You basically want to do the most amount of damage, and it's usually in melee. So you guys need to use the abilities and the orders I'm telling you. Give it a try. Again, the loadout is pretty simple. You're going to use 3 abilities, and then EMP, 3 abilities, EMP, 3 abilities, EMP. Okay. If you notice, Cryo Foam gives you Frostbite. Okay, and because it gives you Frostbite, it magnifies the damage that Gauss Grenade gets. Gauss Grenades electrifies the enemies. That's what gives your EMP Pulse the bigger damage. But for you to magnify your Gauss Grenade, you need Cryo Foam. Fear Gas actually inflicts burning to electrified enemies, and it makes them explode. And so that kind of throws them off their feet. And you guys need to clip it as much as possible. The one way to do it is you can either jump and hit Fear Gas, or you guys can go ahead and use Fear Gas then jump. So once you use Gauss Grenade, Fear Gas, you need to use Cryo Foam. As you guys can see, it inflicts burning on electrified enemies. That's why you're using Gauss Grenade. And it inflicts Frostbite, which increases the damage of Gauss Grenade. Okay, so that's the reason why you're using these 3 specific abilities out of all the other abilities, because it just magnifies each other's damages back and forth. Now, again, don't get confused by reading the controller debuff. This is strictly for DPS. Okay? So again, remember, Gauss Grenade, Fear Gas, Cryo Foam, and then EMP is your basic loading. Now I'm going to show you one of the rotations that I use. There's 2 different rotations. There's boss rotation and trash rotation. For the trash rotation, you're going to go into your damage loadout. You're going to replace stealth with battle display. Okay, so you're going to take stealth out and put battle display in its place. Okay, now I'm going to show you what the rotation is going to be like. If you notice, I'm going to use my arrow to tell you what the actual rotation is to begin with. Before you start a fight, you want to have battle display on. Okay, so you're going to use battle display, then you're going to use Gauss Grenade, Fear Gas, Cryo Foam, then you're going to go ahead and use EMP Pulse, Distract, EMP Pulse. Okay, that just gives you 2 EMP Pulses that you can use. I'm going to show you how the rotation's done. That's Battle Ready, that's Gauss, Fear Gas, Cryo Foam, EMP Pulse, Distract, EMP Pulse. So now you guys see how the damage is. I'm going to go ahead and show it to you guys a little bit faster. I don't believe that this is smooth enough. A lot of people know that smooth is something that's a little bit more comfortable when you guys see it going faster. So that way you guys see how much damage can be put out in such a little amount of time. Okay, so we'll do it again. This one's a little bit faster so that way you guys can see it. Animations are pretty fast. It'll confuse anybody who's actually watching it that doesn't know in what order that they need to do it in. I'll go ahead and show you the rotation one more time. This time it'll be a little bit longer so that way you guys can see how fluid it is. Once you guys get a hold of this rotation, you guys get used to this, you'll notice that it's just muscle memory how fast you're working, and it's an insane amount of damage. You guys would really like this rotation. You'll feel comfortable doing it. Especially that this is only a trash rotation, so you'd be able to do this anywhere. I would suggest not to use this on a boss because it's not the maximum damage. What I'll end up doing is I'll show you the max amount of damage coming next. I just want you guys to see how easy it is for this rotation to be done. Here's where I'm showing you guys the rotation in the League Hall against multiple enemies. That way you guys have an idea with the DPS meter up. It's very simple. Again, this is against trash only. It's a fluid rotation, you guys will get used to this. Again, it's just 3 abilities, EMP, 3 abilities, EMP, unless your distraction's up. Once you use distract, then you get to use EMP again. This is what we call the 2 EMP rotation. You guys will get used to it. It'll be something that you guys like. I'll show you guys again. Just make sure that you guys always have battle display up before you start so that you guys can get power back. This rotation will be just a tad bit longer so that way you guys can get used to it. See basically how fluid it is. I probably used fluid like 15 times. Maybe I gotta go piss. Who knows? But I freaking love gadgets. Once I learned this rotation, I could not stop playing this character. I'm in love with this character and the amount of damage that this character can do in such a little amount of time. As soon as I learned this rotation, I went ahead and went to Olympus and Gom, and I destroyed. So I hope you guys end up using it soon. Leave me a comment, let me know what you guys can see. I'll show you guys this as well in a different setup. This will be the boss setup, where you guys actually go into your damage loadout, take out your battle display, and use stealth instead. Now, I've been stealth in a while. What I'm doing is I'm showing you guys that you need to use your battle display again in stealth first. Then you want to use your Gauss, EMP. Then you're going to go back using your stealth, Gauss, and then EMP again. Then you'll use distract, EMP, and then go into your basic rotation of Gauss, Fear Gas, Cryofoam, and watch how easy this is to be done. I'm sorry if I did this kind of fast. Hopefully you guys understand or see how it's done. It's pretty simple once you guys get the hang of it. Again, battle readiness. This is kind of fast. I tried slowing this down, but it's such an easy rotation that once you get into it, you kind of get excited. And this is what we call the 3 EMP rotation. You basically use rotation coming out of stealth, then you go back into stealth to use EMP again, then you use distract to do EMP again. If you notice, my distract's coming off a cooldown. I'll use EMP, distract, EMP again. And now my stealth is about to come off a cooldown, so when I use it, I'm going to go into stealth, use my Gauss, and then EMP again. So that's another EMP. Okay. I'll go ahead and I'll show you guys what my gear looks like for right now, so that way you guys have an idea of that as well. Alright, now to go ahead and show you guys what I have in my gear. If you guys notice, my gear's not all that great because most of my better gear is in my controller set that I do not have saved yet. You guys have a couple things that you need to worry about. For the yellow sockets, I would definitely make sure that you have might and power. You don't need a yellow socket in your helmet because you really don't use critical weapon attack. You can just put pure might in there. Same thing for your chest. You could just put pure might in there because you don't use critical weapon attacks. You don't use your weapon at all. For your pants, you need the blue socket. I do might and health because I'm always up close and personal. Again, you need to have max damage in your gloves. It's imperative for you to do the absolute amount of damage. For your boots, deadly block is great. You can also use explosive block to get people off of you. You need escalating might for as much might as possible. You don't really have to have Berserker for your back piece for the mod. I would choose regeneration myself so that way I can keep myself alive. But the absolute best mod for your chest piece would definitely be core strength, in my opinion, because that extra 10% damage is huge. So you guys would absolutely like that. I have the basic precision of might trinket. I have a sidekick to bubble myself so that way I don't die because I'm always in melee range and I take a little bit of damage. Supply drop and your orbital strike is just the absolute normal. I personally use my Soder Olympian for the extra might. I'll end up showing you guys my stats so that way you guys have an idea as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that I don't have any current effects on. What I'll do is I'll use the soda right now so that way you guys see my stat changes. As of right now I'm sitting at 13,950 for might. I'll go ahead and I'll increase that with the Soda Olympian that I'm going to use. You don't really have to use it. I'm using it so I can show you guys the differences between stats. You're really only adding on the differences. So now I'm sitting at 15k. What I'll do is I'll show you guys the rotation with the extra mice. That way you guys see the damage differences. To start a fight, my personal preference is to go into stealth and stay stealth. So that way, when it comes time to pull the boss, your stealth is actually off of cooldown. So then you'd be able to use it again in your opener rotation. So again, you're going to use Gauss, you're going to use EMP Pulse, then you're going to use Stealth, Gauss, EMP Pulse again, and then you use Distract, EMP Pulse. That's a 3 EMP Pulse rotation. Again, always start with your battle as well. So that way you have your advanced mechanics going. If you don't, you're screwing up your power. You won't be able to do this rotation. Okay? I'm using my mouse to kind of guide you guys, to show you guys what my rotation actually is, just in case you guys were to forget. So if anything, you guys can rewind this video so that way you guys can see what the rotation is, get a handle of it, and be able to do it on your own. Now go ahead and watch the last rotation that I'm going to do for the video. I honestly hope that you guys found this helpful in somewhat way. If you guys did, please subscribe, leave a message, ask for a different class. Let me see if I can do a loadout for that class, help you guys out, help you master the class a little bit better. And I hope you guys are out there kicking butt as well, doing just as much damage as I am in Olympus Elite and God of Monsters Elite. Okay, you guys have a wonderful day. Again, MenoDS is out. If you like the video, please subscribe, leave me a little like, put a little smiley face under there, say, Meno, you're the bomb, we want more videos from you, you're awesome. Thank you again. Hit me up in game if you guys want to run some stuff or see the damage itself, okay? Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys soon.